Stay with me. You ain't gotta go, you can with me. We can hang out, do the day with me. You tryna be a man, it can stay friendly. We could do the beach, we can hang out. Get something to eat, go to my house. You can spend the night till we wake up. Do it all again, cause it ain't mud. What is this love? What are we waiting for? Life can be tough, so I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I'll be alright. In my dreams, you need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I'll be alright. In my dreams.
Hey yo, my new thing is I don't want you round if you useless. I make a living rhyming, same job as Dr. Seuss's. You can just pull up and hang out and be a new friend, or I can show you how to train the dragon like this. And either way, it ain't gotta be love.
What is this love? What are we waiting for? Life can be tough.
Built on the site of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome everyone to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Today, two teams hailing from the AFC, between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Plenty of season left to go. 3 months of football ahead as we are underway here at Week 4. Fields this one at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. Dumps it off to his running back. And he drives it up to the 24. Ed Oliver there to make the stop.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet. This is kind of good on good. An offense gets completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Report! Alpha, sit on! Sit on! Hey!
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Puts him here under it, deep down the left. He's got it at the 30. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead right away. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Calvin Austin on the return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's first and 10.
Hey, check that. Let's go.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. That's Odafe away with a stop.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Back to throw. Has a man downfield. This is Washington. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's second down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Hey, let's go.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
First down, and they go right back to it. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of them on that run. That's a nice quick correction for this front block. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Here we go.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Caught by Washington, left side. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with first and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Come on. Set. Steady.
They'll try and punch it in. Call it around 3 on the play. They're set up with second and goal from the 5.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play first and goal situations too. Because a run like that now, well, leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
Second and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone.
Ready.
He gets it again. And he won't get anything this time. They stop him at the 4. Stop for no gain. And now a big third and goal decision coming up.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
All right, got to get 4 here, Brock, or they're going to have a tough decision to make on this opening drive.
Here we go. Let's go.
Throwing on third and goal. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers finish off their opening drive. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? Well, it sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens set it up 1st and 10. Now here's Lamar. Completed to his running back. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. One of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And before he can reach the first, he's stopped. But this is close. Ball up to the 45-yard line.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
3rd down. Here's Spears. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Lamar off the play fake. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
Now, I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right? And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop. See the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Pistol snap to Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Right side and into the hands of Douglas. And that nice catch not going to translate into a new set of downs just yet. The stop is made in time to make it 4th and short.
4th down.
Ready?
That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to the bank in just a moment.
DC, ready?
Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. And on 4th and 2, they are going for it. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
He's still going at the 30. And he is finally out of bounds as he takes it all the way down to the 20. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's 1st down. Another carry for him. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
Well, this defense has not had an answer, Kate, for either of the first 2 plays on this drive. I think it's got everybody, you and me, every fan believing, well, they're only 1 play away from putting points on the board.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Get it. Steady.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. About 4 yards on that carry. It's going to be 2nd down for him.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
This time it's a passing play. And he has the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers take a 2nd quarter lead. Extra point attempt coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Now a give running right. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
From the gun, Jackson. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Andrews has it, working downfield. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Spears trying this straight ahead. He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Hey, report.
From the red zone on 1st. Escapes the pocket. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his 1st catch of the game. And it's gonna be 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Lamar. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens can tie it up in a 2nd after cutting into the lead. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Fielded at the 7. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
On the jump.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Ready.
Pass play on 1st and 10. This is cut downfield by Rice. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Go! Steady!
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he gets absolutely pumped to end that one. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Looking to throw here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. So after plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. More from M&T Bank Stadium coming up. And it's a nickel set for the Ravens. 3rd down.
Ready!
They'll air it out on 3rd. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. So a fresh set of downs after the penalty.
Steady!
Running it after the penalty. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
70 Lions!
They give it to him again. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Completed over the middle. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Here we go. Ready, ready, go!
They're going to throw for it on 4th. He drops it. Another pick slips through their hands, but this time, Brock, they're still getting the football off the turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
First down. Here's Lamar. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just 1 play. Throwing now on first down. It's Jackson. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Here's Lamar. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. He's looking for Mark Andrews. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Jackson now on 3rd. He's him on the quick hitter. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker. 4th down. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
DC.
Little outside their comfort zone to try and field goal, so instead they're going for this on 4th down. Lamar throwing again. He connects downfield. That'll be the first and more. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take the lead just before halftime. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
This one is up and good. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. His return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
At their own 28-yard line.
It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. They'll throw to start the drive. He's taken down after reaching the 30. That was Kenny Clark on the tackle. The Steelers calling their first time out. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach the 2nd down.
Ready.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he can take the lid off a defense at any time.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Let's go now.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. He's trying to push the field. He's got it inside the 25. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
Get up.
To the air now on 1st and 10. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
This is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Hawk 70.
The final throw before the break. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens watch as the return goes out of bounds, bringing us to the end of our first half. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And a stumble coming out of the locker room at halftime as the kick goes out of bounds, Brock. So our first drive of the half is going to begin all the way up at the 40.
Alert! Here we go. Set. Ready.
Lone back gets the handoff. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Pass play now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure of earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To the air on 3rd and long. brought down after a short game.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Carried by Spears to start the drive. They'll bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Plowing up the middle, and he's dropped just short the marker, maybe a yard away.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Spears running behind center. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Punt meets him at the 28. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
At their own 34-yard line.
Ready?
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
Ready?
Airing it out to start this drive. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, can sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on. You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go.
Throw here, 3rd down. Connects on the crosser. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. A chance to get off the field goes by the wayside. The defensive penalty keeps him out there. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he takes it down to the 33. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
On 1st down, they'll run. He doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Stopped by someone who began as a star for these Ravens, and now a rival, Patrick Queen.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand at thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Here's Jackson to throw. Short pass brought in. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 13-point Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
The extra point is up and through by Luke. And the Ravens double their lead to 14.
Steelers 14.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On the return, here comes Austin. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. First and 10.
Ready? Flash, Bronco.
Hand off to the back. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Caught by Washington, left side. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options, and there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Let's go now.
They'll throw, third and long. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Ravens have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 46. Play action now with Jackson. And this is lofted deep down the middle. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Here's Luke for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens stretch their lead to 21.
Steelers 14. Tyler Luke to kick off.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On the return, here comes Austin. He's brought down just inside the 25.
Austin on the return. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this first and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Brought in downfield by Kincaid. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. A big 34-yard pickup there. And the Steelers have a first down. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. They'll throw it here on first. This is a heater going deep. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Kyle Hamilton interception of the season. Well, that should pretty much shut down throwing his way anymore, Brock. This guy has ended each of their last 2 drives by himself with an interception.
And that's kind of the price you pay when you're playing phenomenal ball as a defender. I can remember Aaron Rodgers, primetime game, said, I'm not even throwing once, and didn't attack Richard Sherman one time that game.
On first down, Spears. This run held up after just a couple of yards. That makes it second down.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Blitz coming, Lamar. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. So first down from the 41. Jackson looking to throw. Jump off, caught by his back. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30. They're right at the 31. They gain 11 on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
A handoff to Spears. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. Gain of about 8 here, nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Throw caught at the 6. Give him about 16 yards on that game, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and goal.
Give now to the running back. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
You guys and everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, Jackson. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal.
Now that is a potential drive killer. Defenders all over that one. He kept him from getting vertical after the catch.
3rd and goal now from the 6 after that last play. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. And the Steelers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Forced out to his right. Now he takes it. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the 1st.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of the defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Cade, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. He'll look to throw. Sends this to the end zone. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's the coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Offense in a hurry up here.
That's good for us, Steelers. First down. First and 10.
They are throwing it again. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Became Metcalf, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
So still 10 to go on second from the 33-yard line.
Come on, come on.
Still sticking with the passing game. This is pulled in by McCole Hardman. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
A gain of 21 yards.
Seven Pirates, seven Pirates.
Steeler first down.
Looking inside the red zone. And this is going to fall incomplete in the end zone. Run it all right there. Now we've got to regroup for second down. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers get it back to within 2 possessions. Dalton Kincaid with a touchdown. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. It kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
And no dice on this kick. The Ravens recover. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks a no.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Lewis Spears on second down. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens nearing their first win of the season. Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens making a 3-score game in the 4th.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Here's Luke for the point after. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. There's a man downfield. This is Washington. He looking to have this down to the 42-yard line. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run.
And the Steelers
Pass play on 1st and 10. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Here we go.
To the air on 3rd and long. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
I can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th
Let's
down.
go now.
Desperation time here. Oh no, they get him yet again. Nate Wiggins has got it. And forget the turnover block. They take it back for a late touchdown.
I gotta believe, Kate, his first pick of the game directly led to that one. Remember, what worked to generate that first turnover, playing things the same way, and this time, well, it wasn't just a pick, it was a pick 6.
Here's Lude for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens continue piling on to this lead.
49. Steelers 21.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Starting from the 5. And he gets crushed by a big hit. Oh, man. Right at the 25 to end it. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
Escapes the pocket. And they're all the way across midfield before he was brought down. Goes to the hurry-up offense here.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down.
The throw here on 1st down. Going deep here for the end zone. And oh, he got it! Interception! Nate Wiggins has got it! And the Ravens will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
Well, Kate, that's far from the first time we've seen him throw into the wrong team, but this one was probably the most costly.
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10.
Alpha, sit on.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. But at that defense from flying around and making the play.
It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a 1st down.
And the Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So it ends as a win for the Ravens. And they draw